Hello, hello. You can call me Mary. That's what I call myself when I make my restaurant reservations. It's a whole lot easier than Pritha. I had a girl in school who couldn't remember my name. She was my friend. So she started with paprika, and then went to Prika, and then she went to Pritha. So everyone has their ways of finding the golden grail, I guess. So I am Pritha Mehra, and I am the CEO of the Postal Service, and it's a wildly exciting job. It always has been. We do great things. I don't care what you think or say. So we are underway in a massive Delivering for America plan. I think we're in year 4 of it. Where we're sort of modernizing everything. So you can imagine the job of a CIO is just like a kid in the park. So we're modernizing everything. And I'm going to tell you one lesson learned very quickly working for this massive organization is you have to relentlessly prioritize. Because there's so much technology out there. I'm afraid to come to these conferences because every 3 minutes someone says, I have this AI model for you. And I'm like, oh my God, do you have any idea how many AI models I have? Right? So you have to relentlessly prioritize. And we started with really deploying cool products. We have a new Ground Advantage product, a 2 to 5 day package delivery. And now we just recently deployed a Priority Mail Next Day product. So that's next day, 62 markets, pretty cool, right? So, but apart from delivering mail, one of our stellar and probably the stunning example of an amazing thing we did was the COVID test kits. We were given 3 weeks to put up a website for the public to order COVID test kits. And in the first 2 days, we had over 55 million orders. So you can imagine when we were putting this up and we had 3 weeks to do it, everyone in the CIO group had this vision that, our faces would be splattered all over the news. Postal Service again, fails website. This website was flawless, right? And why is that? Because we have actually started laying out an infrastructure which is very strong and smart, right? It's cloud containerization services, Kafka, and event streaming, and highly scalable architectures, right? We're on all 3 clouds, and we are more and more relying on that. And what's important for all of us to think about is our citizen services can no longer be what legacy government was, on again, off again, right? Everyone is demanding an always on infrastructure. So that is something that we are spending a lot of time thinking about. Now, I don't know how many of you are signed up to Informed Delivery. Anybody? Yeah. What are the rest of you doing? Are you sleeping at the I mean, don't you want to see pictures of your mail pieces coming to you daily? Don't you want to know what packages are coming? Don't you want to schedule a carrier pickup? I'll tell you my most useful value of this product when I signed up was my son's report card. I came home and I said, you have a report card to show, Mom? He said, no, I don't. I said, do you want me to show you the picture of the report card? He's like, what are you, God? I said I was pretty close. Okay, so what are we doing in the way of customer interfacing stuff? I'll tell you the thing I'm most proud of that we've deployed in the last 2 years actually. It's an API platform. Okay, if Apple can do it, I can do it. So we've deployed this API platform, and we started with doing it for shippers, right? And it's business shippers, and it's everyone in the supply chain. It's end merchants, it's e-commerce platforms, it's marketplaces. And this platform we've actually been innovating with our shippers. So we go in there and they want another feature and we bring it in. And it's really agile. 2 to 3 weeks, we have new endpoints in that API platform. And now we have in 2025, and this was only 2 years of mature product, we have 90 billion transactions happening. So I have a lot of faith in this API platform because we hopefully want to take this to a new level. Almost any interaction that you have with us, if you're a business, then this is the platform we want you to come to. And the platform, we pay a lot of respect to things like performance and latency. It has to be always on, it has to be completely redundant, and it has to always play, because that's what our customers are demanding. The other thing is data, okay? Enterprise data. Firstly, you have to change the culture in your agencies. Nobody owns the data. All data is enterprise. And everybody needs to have the same definition of data, whatever you call cataloging and curating and tagging and snagging, whatever you want to call it. Data is really important. So we set up a data group, and the data group started with a data governance policy. But now, more importantly, is any new application we bring in has to go through the data group. And the data group has to work with the business and IT to come to common definitions of things. So when you think about AI, you know, everyone thinks, oh, AI is like this, you turn on it. It never is. You have to organize your data. You have to plan your data. You have to reside your data in ways that it is immediately accessible. So we are putting metrics for our developers on when you develop, you better tell us whether this piece of code is going to be always on, very low latency, minimal latency, and put measures around that. Because we're dealing in a world where citizens are used to information like that, used to updates like that. We've got to keep them informed. I don't know why everyone wants to be informed all the time, but that's how life is these days, right? So, yeah. So, and of course, with this data, we've made sure that our data constructs from an infrastructure standpoint are really important. So it's all about cloud, it's all about Kafka, it's about event streaming, it's about, you know, making the data available to the right. And then having all the layers of security. That's another thing we're spending a lot of time with. I have a great CISO, and she is, you know, looking at data access controls, but now we're getting into field level access controls. Holy cow. So anyway, and then of course we should talk about AI. So once you have good data, your AI applications become better and better, right? And I have to tell you, my engineering team came to me and said, you know, we get these thick manuals that are so thick that have the maintenance for each of our processing equipment, and can you just throw it in AI and so I can just ask questions? Well, that took 6 months, guys, this AI that's supposed to happen like this. Well, you know, when you have large language models, they're not always very clever in deciphering your crazy manuals from yesteryear, right? So we had to do a lot of agentic AI routines of chunking and snagging and tagging before we actually got the value. So, yeah, of course, we believe, I believe, my team believes that there's a tremendous opportunity here with AI, and we're going to tag it and ride on that horse forever. So to end with, I'm going to say that, you know, think about your upskilling of your employees. That's kind of one of the most important things to get your energy around modernization. We started something called Tech Chats, where we just threw information, and I said if one person attends, I'm happy. Now I have like 500 attendees on every Tech Chat. And I invite any vendor out there who wants to come and talk to us about their solutions to come and join us. And I think I've overstayed my hospitality, so thank you.